rhymes, am I right?
Did it before using his immense wealth to help elect a convicted felon. April 14, 2022. Elon Musk makes an unsolicited offer to buy Twitter for $44 billion. He claims the site has become politically skewed and says, for Twitter to deserve public trust, it must be politically neutral. October 27th, the deal goes through. The next evening, a far-right conspiracy theorist breaks into the San Francisco home of Democrat House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, intending to kidnap her. Pelosi is away, but the man attacks her husband Paul, hitting him repeatedly on the head with a hammer. Paul Pelosi escapes with his life, but requires surgery for a fractured skull. While most people take the chance to decry political violence, the new owner of Twitter...
I don't know how he got in. It's actually weird. Like, how the fuck did that guy get into the Pelosi's house?
Elon Musk posted
sharing
an entirely false claim that Paul Pelosi was in fact injured in a drunken fight with a male prostitute with whom he was involved. Musk includes a link to a false claim on a website that has a history of publishing conspiracy theories, including a story asserting that Hillary Clinton is dead and has been replaced by a body double. Musk's post is retweeted 24,000 times before he deletes it. November 18th, Musk's Twitter starts to unlock previously banned accounts. Misogynist far-right influencer Andrew Tate was permanently banned from Twitter in 2017 after urging women to, quote, bear some responsibility for rape. Now he's back. Tate posts, I've decided to...
Chat, look what Becca made tonight. He's like under there. Look what Becca made. She did a new Korean recipe she hasn't tried before. Yummy. Yummy, yummy. You gonna share? There's not enough. Sorry.
State of California.
I can't feed 350 people here. Sorry.
Walk into Twitter HQ and tell @Elon Musk he's a legend. On my way. 2 months later, Tate will be arrested in Romania on suspicion of human trafficking, rape, and forming an organized crime group. December 8th, 3 members of Twitter's Trust and Safety Council resign. In their resignation letter, they cite research that found slurs against Black Americans and gay men jumped 195% and 58% respectively since Musk's takeover. 3 days later, the remaining members of Twitter's Trust and Safety Council are dismissed. Musk then tweets that, quote, my pronouns are prosecute Fauci, a reference to a conspiracy
Nice,
theory.
dude. You got him, man. My pronouns are prosecute Fauci. What a terrible joke. Like, what a piece of shit. Yeah, sick, bro. Really cool.
That the COVID crisis was exacerbated by America's top infectious disease doctor. December 16th, having claimed he's a free speech absolutist, Musk bans @ElonJet, a Twitter account that tracks the movements of his private jet using publicly available data. Musk also bans the accounts of a number of journalists who have written about @ElonJet. February 12th, 2023. Ahead of the Super Bowl, both Musk and President Joe Biden tweet their support for the Philadelphia Eagles. Biden's tweet is
Dude, this is so funny.
seen 29 million times, Musk's just 9 million times. Incensed, Musk leaves the game early and calls an impromptu meeting of Twitter engineers at 2:36 a.m. Their job? To change the Twitter algorithm to artificially inflate the reach of Musk's tweets by a factor of 1,000.
Dude, I can't imagine. I can't imagine working for this guy. Like, this is so insane. This is so... It's so pet. Yeah, exactly. So petty. Imagine you're like going in and like doing good work. Like, you're good at your job and you get called in at 2 a.m. to listen to this guy fucking rant about getting less likes than the president. Like, what a baby, dude.
Making him the preeminent presence on the site. July 23rd, Musk announces Twitter is now called X. August 25th, Donald Trump, once banned, returns to the platform by posting a picture of his...
I bought some Tesla today. Dude, you should short that shit. That shit is overvalued so hard.
His mugshot from Fulton County Jail with the words, election interference, never surrender. Musk reposts the shot. 4 days later, X reverses Twitter's long-standing ban on paid political advertising. November 15th, in a post promoting the racist conspiracy theory that Jewish people are importing immigrants to America to fix elections for Democrats, one X user writes, Jewish communities have been pushing the exact kind of dialectical hatred against whites that they claim to want people to stop using against them. Musk replies saying, "You have said the actual truth." In response, several advertisers, including Disney, Warner Brothers, and Comcast, paused their advertising on X. Musk then tells advertisers concerned by hate speech on the platform,
"Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself." Is that clear?
Over
Depends on how many billions Trump gives to Elon. It's not even about that. It's not even about that. Like, you guys saw the headlines, you know, the 10 richest people in the world's net worth increased by $65 billion in one day after Trump was elected. You know? Like, it's not like Trump is going to be giving Elon money. I mean, obviously the subsidies for electric vehicles are one thing, but I don't think those are going to be like a priority. Subsidies for electric vehicles are not going to be a priority for the Trump campaign, if you ask me. If you ask me, they could. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I don't see how he fits that into his platform, because I don't know. It could still happen, of course, but
subsequent months, Musk will become obsessed with the false claim that Democrats are allowing immigrants into America to create more Democratic voters, in effect stealing the coming election, sharing the claim numerous times with his followers and pushing it to tens of millions more who choose not to follow him. A year later, it will be revealed that Musk, a South African immigrant, worked illegally in the U.S. in the 1990s. November 25th, on X, Musk boosted
I think the SpaceX is a better. It's more likely.
Claim alleging high-profile Democrats.
But also, like, can I ask a stupid question? Like, how is SpaceX making money? It's like a really long-term thing, right? Like, they're not government contracts. What is the government contracting them to do? They're getting paid to bring they're getting paid to ferry food and supplies to the ISS. Oh. I thought it was just like him being like, "Oh, well, everybody's going to spend millions of dollars to go to Mars, and we're going to be mining asteroids, and I own the asteroids now." Dude, like, land rights in general are ridiculous if you think about them for more than 10 seconds. You know, like, they're absurd on their face, but they're even more ridiculous when you apply them to space. Like, how the fuck are you going to own a meteor? Why the fuck would you have more rights to that meteor than any other person on Earth? It's absurd. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. And yes, you should apply this to every bit of land ownership. It makes no sense.
Ran a pedophile abuse ring from a Washington pizza restaurant. March 25th, 2024. Musk loses a lawsuit against the Center for Countering Digital Hate. He'd sued them after they flagged a rise in hate speech after Musk bought Twitter. In his ruling, a U.S. district judge calls Musk's case vapid and says this case is about punishing the defendants for their speech. May 2024, Musk creates a political action committee which he calls America PAC. Its objective is to mobilize 1 million Republican voters in swing states in an effort to hand the election to Trump. Musk commits to putting tens of millions of dollars of his own money into the Get Out the Vote push and clears his calendar every Friday morning for 30 to 60 minutes to meet with the team he's assembled to run the effort. July 14th. Musk calls Trump on behalf of J.D. Vance, urging Trump to select Vance as his running mate. Vance says abortion is murder and insults women who haven't become mothers.
A bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made.
Musk's phone call is part of a broad effort by Silicon Valley billionaires to ensure Vance is selected. The next day, Vance is unveiled as Trump's vice presidential candidate. September 6th, Trump says that if he wins, he will appoint Musk to head up a government efficiency commission.
And Elon, because he's not very busy, has agreed to head that task force.
The idea came from Musk,
I've never heard that quote before. Elon, he ain't really doing shit. He's not really doing shit. I'll tell you that. He doesn't work anywhere.
Companies are currently facing at least 20 federal investigations. If he gets the role, it would give the world's richest man the power to regulate the regulators who hold sway over his companies. Last year alone, his companies were promised $3 billion across nearly 100 different contracts with 17.
Yeah, Crusader, we covered that actually pretty extensively last time. Last stream, the Department of Education. I still want to continue covering it because I do think it's going to be one of the most harmful policies of the Trump administration, alongside the mass deportations. I think the mass deportations will obviously have like a larger human toll. You know, like there's going to be incredible human suffering, and like the cost of that policy is going to be unbelievable and hard to like conceptualize. But abolishing the Department of Education is going to change the fabric of the nation in such an incredible way. Yeah, exactly. Russian. Like 20 or 30 years from now, we're going to be absolutely fucking cooked. This country's going to be doomed, dude.
September 9th, Musk spreads a conspiracy theory that immigrants in Ohio are
even more than we are already. Guys, our education system is absolutely fucked right now. And I don't think a lot of people know this. If you're not talking, if you don't have a teacher in your life and you're not talking to teachers, like there's no media reporting on this shit. There's not. But our education system is a fucking nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare. Teachers are leaving in mass, and they have been for years. Years and years. Like teaching shortages are everywhere. It's fucking awful, man. Young people who have been dreaming of this their entire lives, of being a teacher, they get their degree, they join a school, and then they teach for 2 or 3 years, and they say, fuck this, I can't do this. Like, I'm given no resources. I have to confront the failures of my society every single day. Not just the kids. I'm not saying the kids are the failures of the society, but just that the society has failed these kids, you know? And like everything is just left up to these teachers to like solve. And they're not given enough resources to do it. They're not given anything to like accomplish it. And so they leave. Because what the fuck else are they supposed to do? They quit.
The following day, Trump repeats the slur during the presidential debate with Kamala Harris.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs.
The false claim leads to multiple bomb threats against the Springfield immigrant community, September 15th and 16th. Over a single weekend, Musk amplifies a conspiracy theory that ABC leaked sample debate questions to the Harris campaign.
Ooh, sarsaparilla, that's actually really interesting. Young men are not becoming teachers anymore. And this is part of the reason why young boys are seeking out male role models on social media. So they find people that like Tate. Yeah, that's an interesting take. I think I agree with that. I think also like young boys not becoming teachers is just part of like a general like the gender roles. I think at one point the gender roles were like a little bit more fluid. And in reaction, I think we are now in a moment where the gender roles are like way more rigid. You know what I mean? And so now like you're going to see you're going to see young boys, young men who maybe would like to do teaching, have thought about doing teaching, but have been told that's what girls do. You know, what are you, trans? Like, you know, they'll get bullied out of that and policed.
It's Veterans Day.
Out of that decision. Masculinity is incredibly rigidly policed. You know?
Falsely claims
Yeah,
that
what are you,
Dems
queer?
want to take your kids.
Men aren't becoming teachers literally because there's so much fear in being canceled because they accidentally looked at a girl too long. What? You're so wrong. Just browse our teachers. Okay, dude, that's not okay. Hold on. That's not a representation. That's not an accurate representation of teachers in general. And also, we're talking about young men, like boys, going into school and becoming becoming teachers. Yeah, like this is you're a little Reddit brained here. I don't think that there are people. But yeah, but that's why who's they?
Wait,
Who's they? Wait, answer me right now. Who's they? Who's they? The young men? Oh, that's why they don't want to become teachers. The young men. Okay. I don't think so. I don't think young men are worried about being accused of being called pedophiles. I don't think so at all. At all. Who don't even consider it a career choice? No, I think you're a little bit Reddit brained here. I think the rigidness of gender roles and the rigidness of gender roles and occupations being gendered, occupations which engage in care, where care is the main thing that you're offering, teachers, nannies, nurses, doctors, these are all traditionally considered feminine jobs because women have always done them, and as a result of that they are less paid. It's like this. It's way more complicated, and it's also men not being teachers is not even a new phenomenon. This is something that has always existed. It's not something that only happened after Me Too. It's just It's just going to be less common now. And this is a speculation on my part. I don't have any data. I'm just saying that's a common sentiment has been expressed in our teachers. Yes, but you're reading that's
Reddit.
That's not a cohesive sample size. I'm sorry. That's not a sample size that you would use for anything at all. It's anecdotal, and the sample size is people on Reddit, dude. Those are not going to be. That's not something you should take account in. Jesus, what? I'm Brian Kilmeade after doing security from Michael Knowles' appearance on campus? Yikes, dude. What the fuck? You should have called in sick for that shit, dude. As a young man who has always considered and wanted to be a teacher, the main thing stopping me from changing my choice was the bad work conditions and the fact that teachers are undervalued. This is all 100%. In 1987, women made up 71% of teachers. In 2017, it was 77%. Yeah. Yeah. I think being seen as masculine, being seen as a Chad, these are virtues and values that young men are making decisions on in a very significant way now. Always has been, but I think especially now with the rise of the alt-right and Andrew Tate's and shit like that. And being a teacher is not that's not Chad. That's not Giga Chad. You're not going to be making Bitcoin mogul money being a teacher. I want to be a teacher, and it feels like I have to become a whole ass professor if I want a semi-decent salary. That is not even true either. Professors are some of the most adjunct professors are some of the most exploited people in all of education. You teach one class $4,000 or $5,000 in a lot of schools. Adjuncts get fucked for real. Unless you're tenured, you're not making money even as a professor.
Further fuels racist lies about immigrants eating pets, shares with his nearly 200 million followers on X that Trump must win to, quote, preserve freedom and...
I've been a teacher also, by the way. I have been a teacher, both in America and in Vietnam. I love it. I love teaching. I think teaching is beautiful. It's awesome.
Meritocracy in America, and insinuates
What up, Ford?
it is suspicious that no one is even trying to assassinate Biden and Kamala, adding a thinking face emoji. The U.S. Secret Service confirms that it is aware of the post. The White House issues a statement saying violence should only be condemned, never encouraged or joked about. This rhetoric is irresponsible. October 4th, Musk posts, unless Trump wins and we get rid of the mountain of smoke.
What'd you teach in the U.S.? I taught filmmaking. I did like a summer camp that was like 4 weeks long, with really young kids and then some like preteens doing film.
Smothering regulations that have nothing to do with safety, humanity will never reach Mars. This is existential. Musk is the owner of SpaceX and stands to make billions from U.S. government space contracts. October 5th, the user handle @America is taken from an X-user and given by Musk to his America PAC. That evening, he joins the former president on stage in Pennsylvania, jumping about wildly.
Fight, fight, fight. Vote, vote, vote.
By now, he's moved with his senior team to a war room in a hotel.
It looks like it.
To focus.
It looks like it's actually being projected. Like you see the reflection on the wall.
Full-time on the Trump campaign. He speaks to Trump multiple times a week.
I like your glasses. Thank you.
Pro-Trump town halls across the state and has recruited lieutenants from his companies to join him. October 15th, legal filings from Musk's Political Action Committee show he has personally donated at least $75 million to the effort to re-elect Trump. October 18th, it's revealed that another Musk-funded group called Future Coalition PAC is targeting Muslim voters in Michigan and Jewish voters in Pennsylvania with diametrically opposed political advertisements about Kamala Harris. In areas with large Muslim populations, the group is painting Harris as a close friend of Israel and is suggesting that she's beholden to the beliefs of her Jewish husband. But in areas with large Jewish populations, the ads say Harris
What up, Ray?
panders to Palestine.
Welcome in.
Simultaneously, Musk is offering $100 to any Pennsylvania voter who signs his online petition as part of an effort to build a list of likely Trump voters. He also starts giving away $1 million a day to a randomly chosen voter who signed the petition. October 19th, it's revealed that the Building America's Future PAC, another Musk-funded campaign group, is impersonating the Harris campaign by setting up a fake website containing fake policy positions, then sending out text messages driving voters to the fake site. October 24th, it's revealed that Musk gave his America PAC a further $44 million.
This shit has to be illegal.
In the first 16.
That would require a DA that's willing to enforce it. How the fuck was that legal, by the way? Yeah, it would have, again. Is there me looking for a district attorney that's like willing to enforce this under Trump now?
Nobody.
Yeah, I don't see one. It's not illegal if you win. If you win, it's not illegal. If it works.
15 days of October. October 25th, the Wall Street Journal reports that Musk has been in regular contact with Russian President Vladimir Putin since 2022. October 27th, Musk speaks at the now infamous Trump rally at Madison Square Garden, a gathering characterized by racism, misogyny, and threats of violence.
USA! USA! Pog!
Did he say pog? Is that what he said?
USA! USA! Pog!
Musk
Ugh. Ugh.
has posted more than 3,000 times on X in the last month, including dozens of unfounded claims about the election which have been viewed hundreds of millions of times. Apart from Trump himself, Musk is now
I think he's just stimming.
the single biggest spreader of election disinformation. November 5th, Trump wins the presidential election. Elon Musk, a far-right conspiracy theorist, has succeeded in using his immense wealth to help swing the election in favor of a convicted felon.
That's sick. That's cool. Okay. Wait, let's watch this real quick.
Asking cops the same questions they ask us.
Freeman, you doing all right over here? Yeah. Okay.
Just checking my computer.
Doing what?
Just checking my computer.
I heard about some suspicious behavior over here, so we were just checking out the area. What department are you with?
I work for Collin County Sheriff's Office.
Collin County?
Yes, sir.
You got ID on you?
I sure do.
Can I see it, please?
want to see my...
Yeah, please. I need to see your ID. Yeah. Where are you guys coming from today? What are you out here doing today? Where are you actually coming from today?
I'm here.
From here? You've been here all day?
Uh-huh.
Okay, where are you headed to right now?
Back to where I need to go.
Yeah, I've seen that guy rushing.
Back to the front of the building.
You licensed to carry that firearm? Okay. Can you do me a favor while I'm dealing with you? Can we go ahead and put your firearm up for my safety?
Absolutely.
Where are you headed to? So we're just out. We heard there's a lot of drug trafficking going on in the area. We've been getting tips from people, so we're just out checking on people. I mean, we saw that the stores closed down, so it was kind of suspicious that you were just sitting here.
Lieutenant Yon with the Collin County Sheriff's Office.
Lieutenant Yon. All right. And what are you out here doing today?
Yes, right now.
Okay. Where are you headed to?
I'm going to work.
Do you have anything illegal on you that I should know about?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay. You don't have any drugs or illegal firearms or anything in the vehicle? All right. Would you mind if I take a look?
I guess I would.
If I can just have you sit on the curb right over there.
What up, Dave? How's it going, man?
Do you have anything illegal on you? Or what? Huh? I'm just asking. I don't know, drugs, weapons that you shouldn't have, or.
That's awesome. Is there a full video of this? Also, this is mine. Here's my contribution to this genre of videos on the internet.
Yo, this is what this is what the county decides to spend their money on. Y'all just sitting here on your phones doing nothing all day long, right? What gang are you guys in? What gang are you guys in, huh?
We're actually on a call, sir.
What's up?
We're actually on a call.
You're on a call, just sitting here on your phones, just hanging out, just watching an empty thinking courtyard. There's nothing here.
Point the camera that way.
You can't tell me where to point my camera. I can point this shit wherever I want.
I know, but I'm just telling you, since you want to make assumptions without asking.
Assumptions, bro. You guys are gang members in the fucking sheriff's department. Are you kidding me? They're just fucking sitting here, leeching off the government, bro.
Have a nice
Welfare queens right here.
There you go. That's how you should treat them. That's how you should treat them when they come out. When you see them in your neighborhood. Welfare queens. Wait, how do we find this statement that Bernie made? You're clearly blowing their investigation. Yeah, you think so? I want to do that shit so bad, but I'm fucking black. Let me tell you, I understand what you're saying, and don't do anything you don't feel safe doing. But I learned that way to talk to people, to talk to cops from my black comrades. I learned that from my black comrades. Okay, you know, it was, you know, but again, of course, I do that because I'm white, because I saw my black comrades talking to them. And talking to them like that, and I thought, why the fuck? I'm white. Why are they having to do that? I should be doing that shit. You know what I mean? Oh, dude, I got into a true move. I watched a bunch of that guy's shit recently. No, but I understand. I totally understand. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about Bernie. Bernie made a statement. Yeah, film the police. Exactly. That's exactly who I learned this shit from. 100%. Bernie put out a statement as on the results of the 2024 election. Let's read it. Let's read it first, and then I'll give my take after. It should come as no great surprise that a Democratic Party which has abandoned the working class people would find that the working class has abandoned them. First, it was the white working class, and now it is the Latino and black workers as well. While the Democratic leadership defends the status quo, the American people are angry and want change, and they're right. Today, while they're very rich, are doing phenomenally well, 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck and have more, and we have more income and wealth inequality than ever before. Unbelievably, real inflation accounted for weekly wages for the American worker are actually lower now than they were 50 years ago. Today, despite an explosion in technology and worker productivity, many young people will have a worse standard of living than their parents, and many of them worry that artificial intelligence and robotics will make a bad situation even worse. Today, despite spending far more per capita than other countries, we remain the only wealthy nation not to guarantee healthcare to all humans, to all as a human right, and we pay by far the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs. We, alone among major countries, cannot even guarantee paid family and medical leave. Today, despite strong opposition from a majority of Americans, we continue to spend billions funding the extremist Netanyahu government's all-out